Okay guys, so I am actually in the process of starting my YouTube channel, and something that's, I've been putting this off for a while by the way, but something that people have, like friends have been asking me to make content about or whatever is like my fitness journey and how I work out and stuff. So that I give it a shot. I will start off by saying, like, disclaimer, I'm not literally like a fitness expert or any like fitness guru. I don't really have a license for any of this, so it's purely based on like my own personal experience and my journey to what led me here, and I guess like small things like that worked for me. But I'm still like not where I want to be, but I feel like it's always like a process for everyone. Also, we're here with like Tubby Muffin. But yeah, so for me, like, I think I started at, like, you know, we all have like our inconsistent things. I think I started with like Chloe Ting's like ab challenge, freshman year of college. Like, I did a lot of ab challenges like growing up when I was younger, like in high school and stuff. That didn't work, was not consistent. I didn't have anything that was consistent. And then I was like doing Chloe Ting or whatever, like most of freshman year, but like on and off and stuff. And I think the beginning of freshman year, I injured both ankles when I was playing soccer. And yes, I'm very, very stubborn. So I sprained one ankle, and then I was so prideful to say that, like, yeah, it, like, you know, like I was like, no, it healed, like I'm fine, it doesn't hurt, it's not painful or whatever. So I waited like, I don't know, a couple of days, and it really like honestly hurt my, I feel like when you start playing sports or whatever, or like if you play sports you'll understand, but like watching your teammates play and not being able to play or whatever, just it's not just like defeating, but it's just, I can't explain it. Like, there's a lot of like discomfort there, you know? I just couldn't do it. And I think like just very much like a prideful person, like to say like I need help or I'm injured or something hurts, like I would just hide the injury. So of course, like a clown, I injured the other ankle. So I was like fully like swollen ankles, like in a wheelchair for the first day. Second day I couldn't even go to class. Like I had to like, we didn't have Zoom. This was pre-COVID, so there was no Zoom. I was like, I think I was on like on a Facebook call. I had a friend call me into class because I physically could not walk, and I was like on crutches and stuff. But basically, guys, I literally went on 50 detours, but basically, I started doing recovery with one of my coaches, Hugh, and I remember like literally I was being tortured. It was full torture, but I was so committed to like getting better and strengthening my ankles. And after all of that happened, like in freshman year, like I had a surgery in sophomore year, and I couldn't move like my arms and stuff, and also COVID started, so it was like a lot of things that happened all at the same time. But basically, like, I was also in quarantine, and I realized like I had no motivation to do anything. Like, a lot of things were going on in my life and I had zero motivation to do anything, plus there was COVID, so I could literally get away with taking my classes, eating food, and sleeping all from the same location, like my bed. I could do all of these things. So I'm like, what's the purpose of me getting up, right? So I needed something to help me start my day. So I realized early on, like, this is going to be like a terrible cycle, so I need to find a way to actually like get motivation to get up and leave the bed and stuff every day. So what I started doing is I started jumping rope. And I think that also, I don't like cardio, or I did not like cardio whatsoever. Like running, oh my god, could not be me. You could not catch me there. Literally on the track, outside, on the treadmill, is not me. But I started, so then I was like, okay, jumping rope. And I think my cousin gave me a jump rope as like a present when I was quarantining for the first time in Ethiopia or something. But anyway, started jumping rope because one, literally, like, there are no excuses. I always had excuses of like, there's no gym, like it's closed at this time, it doesn't work with my schedule, yada yada, like I don't have the equipment, like there are always excuses. The Wi-Fi doesn't work, the internet is slow, like all of these things, you know. But with a jump rope, the only excuse is you're being lazy. Like, by you, I mean me, Helena, like when I'm talking to myself, I'm like, you're being lazy, you're being inconsistent, because I can take my jump rope anywhere with me. Like whether I'm traveling, like sleeping over at a friend's house, like it doesn't matter if I'm going on a staycation, like wherever it is, this jump rope is traveling with me. So at the end of the day, like the only person I can blame if I'm not jumping rope is me, you know? So there were a lot of reasons like that accumulated and like led me to jumping rope, but it just started like as like me just jumping a little bit or whatever. Also really helped me with my coordination, guys, because literally I was a full clown that would stumble on flat ground and fall, like with no like, what is this, like obstacles or whatever. So like I was really like uncoordinated. I don't think I could really move to the beat either. I think I'm better now. Like you can ask some of my friends. Definitely an improvement from freshman year, I'd say. But yeah, basically like I started jumping rope, and then suddenly I made it like a consistent thing, and I'm just like, okay, so now like there are no excuses. I'm gonna do it every day. So every morning I started jumping like 1,000. I don't know how I got to 1,000, but I was like 1,000. And a lot of people say like, oh my god, 1,000, like no freaking way, you do it every single day, that's crazy. I'm telling you guys, if I can do it, you definitely can do it. And honestly, it's not that much. Like once you like get into the hang of it or whatever, you'll really realize like it's not I feel like the number 1,000 like kind of like throws people off, but it's really not that much. Like and I do it in sets of 250. Before I used to do like, it depends on the day honestly, and like how much I've slept, how lazy I am that day, whatever, but I've done it as quick as 10 minutes. I've also taken 20 minutes. I can take 25 minutes. It depends, honestly, and it depends if I'm doing other exercises in between. But that's usually if I'm in the gym. If it's in my room or whatever, it's mostly just like I'm gonna jump rope first. So I'll do sets of 250, and how I count is in my head. So I count 50, 50, 50, 50 like 5 times. That's one set. Then if you want, you can take a break and then do 250. If I'm in a hurry, I'll do like 300, 300. Sorry, my battery was low. But anyway, I'll do like 300, 300, 300, then 100. But anyway, I will say like my biggest like recommendation would be jumping rope, but I'm not gonna say that that's gonna work for everyone either. It's what worked for me because of my specific like circumstances and like the conditions that I was in. And also the fact that I just don't like cardio, and that's the kind of cardio that I enjoyed. It helped me become more coordinated. I think I have a little rhythm right now, so that's good too. But I'd say like find your niche, find that one thing that's gonna keep you like consistent. So for me, I would say like I started very consistently, like I was freshman summer I started, but like let's just say sophomore fall, so sophomore of my college years, right? And so now it's been like 3 years going on 4, like starting my 4th year. Yeah, 3 years, I'd say like in August, September. So that's where we're at right now, like for sure 3 years. So it's been a solid 3 years, being consistent every day, jumping rope 1,000 times, like 1,000 skips. So that's definitely where my fitness journey started. And I'd say like I'm very grateful because the coach that I was telling you about that helped me with the recovery, like he would give me tips like, Helena, like strengthen your ankles, like do calf raises, like jumping rope will also help with that, But he never forced me to work out. Like of course he would make me do his workouts, but he never forced me to go to the gym or like made a routine for me. Okay y'all, so that was the beginning of my fitness journey, and I realized that I was rambling on for hours on end, so I decided to make a part 2. So if you found this useful, please come back and watch my next video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now from me and Tubby Muffin.